Hi, you guys, and welcome all of you to our new lesson today. Today, we turn to the period number 4 of the lesson 3, or closer look 2 of the unit 1, leisure activities or leisure time. So now I want all of you to open your book, your textbook on the page number 9 and number 10, so that the lessons can be started, okay? Okay, but to start off, I want all of you to just feel relaxed a little bit, and before we come to the main content of the lessons. Welcome all of you to a fun game, which is Who is a Millionaire? I'm sure that all of you know this game already because it's very popular on TV, right? And here, in this game, you would need to answers different questions by picking one options in the options A, B, C, and D. And if you got the correct answers, then you would have the right to move to the next questions with higher values, right? And this is our first question. Which is the main verb in the following sentence? You remember to bring me the new comic book. Well done. I remember. B, bring. C, well. And D, done. So what is your choice? And your final answer is A, remember. Let's see if it's right or not. Yeah, and it's correct. Remember here is the main verb, and it's in the past tense, which is remembered. It's not bring, which is the main verb here, but remembered. Okay, moving on to the next question. You did really well. Number 2, Nick said, I'll enjoy ... to the melodies. A, listen. B, to listen. C, listening. And D, listened. So what would be the suitable answers to fill in the gap here? And you picked C as the final one. Yeah, congratulations, C. I'll enjoy listen to the melody. Yeah, cool. Well, moving on to the next one. Nick said, yes, I like ... Doraemon comics while I was learning Japanese. A, read. B, reads. C, to reading. And D, to read. So what would be your answers for this question to fill in the gap? And you pick to read. Let's see. Yeah, it's correct. Yes, I liked to read Doraemon comics while I was learning Japanese. Okay. Yeah, congratulations. You did really well in the mini game. And from the mini game, we can infer something. Things that we can infer is that the basic sentence, in a basic sentence in English, it would include a subject and a main verb, right? For example, I remembered your exact words. So in this sentence, remembered is the main verb. It's followed the subject, I, and here it's in the past tense, remembered. But let's look at the sentence number 2 and number 3 in the mini game we have just played. In the question number 2, I'll enjoy listening to the melodies. Here, the main verb is will enjoy, but after it, we see another verb which is listening. And here, listening is followed the main verb which is will enjoy. But in the question number 3, I like to read Doraemon comics. Followed the main verb, it's a to verb, to read. So from these sentences, we can conclude that, yeah, the main verb can be followed by a verb ing or to verb, right? But what verb would be followed by a verb ing, and what verb would be followed by two verbs. Yeah, let's check them out in this task. The task number 2. Here we have 5 verbs. Number 1, love. Number 2, enjoy. Number 3, detest. Number 4, prefer. Number 5, fancy. And here you need to do your guesswork. You need to guess, or you can base your answers on your experience with these verbs. Okay, you would decide. You would see if each verb here is followed by a gerund, or can be followed by both gerund and to infinitive. Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes to put the tick in the suitable column, gerund or gerund and to infinitive. 2 minutes start now. Okay, now we listen to check the answers.
Unit 1, page 9. A closer look 2. Activity 2. Tick the appropriate box. Then listen to check.
1. I love eating spicy food. I love to eat spicy food.
2. Jane enjoys running.
3. Feng detests doing DIY.
4. I prefer reading poetry. I prefer to read poetry.
5. Do you fancy watching TV?
Alright, I have just played the recording, and now we would see that number 1, in the recording it said, I love eating spicy food, or I love to eat spicy food. Love eating and love to eat. So that means number 1, love is followed by both gerund and to infinitive. Number 2, it said Jane enjoys running. Enjoy running. That means enjoy is followed by a gerund. Moving on to the number 3, it said Feng detests doing DIY. Detests doing. That means detest is followed by a gerund too. Number 4, it said I prefer reading poetry, or I prefer to read poetry. Yeah, 2 ways. So that means prefer is followed by both gerund and to infinitive. And the final one, it said, do you fancy watching TV? It's a question. Fancy watching. So that means fancy is followed by only a gerund. Okay. Okay, here from 1 to 5, here are some verbs of liking, and we would see that some of them are followed by only a gerund, but some of them are followed by both gerund and to infinitive. So which are which? Which is which? Let's see in the next slide. Yeah, today we learn about verbs of liking followed by verb ing, gerund, or to verb, to infinitive. Here I have a scale with 2 ends. I would take don't mind as a mark in the middle. To the left, we have some verbs of liking which show that we don't like something. From the least slightly to the most strongly. We have dislike, then we have hate, then detest. Detest means hates very much. And to the right side, we have like, enjoyed. Yeah. On the right side, it would show some verbs that show how we like or love something from the least slightly to the most strongly. Next, we have, stand in the same level with like and enjoy. We have fancy, which mean want, and then we have prefer, which mean like more, and then love, and finally adore. Yeah, meaning love very much. And we all see that. And one thing I want all of you to remember, which is very important, is that, all of the verbs of liking are followed by a verb ing. This is for sure. For example, I don't mind doing homework or housework or DIY. Here, doing is a verb ing which is followed by a verb of liking. Don't mind. Yeah. But beside that, we have some verb which show some basic terms, not very strong, not very slightly. They are like, love, hate, prefer. They are verbs of liking. So of course they are followed by a verb ing, or gerund. But besides, they can be followed by two infinitive, two verb. For example, I can say I liked reading Doraemon comics. Yeah, this is the sentence appearing in the mini game. Or I can say I liked to read Doraemon comics. Both are okay. One more example. My father prefers watching football, or my father prefers to watch football. Yeah, here I can use both way, a verb ing or two verb following prefers. Okay, so now let's try to apply what we have just learned into some practice tasks. Let's move on to the task number 3. Write the correct forms of the verbs. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sentences with gaps, and your task is to fill in the gaps using the verbs in the brackets appropriately. Number 1, my enjoys ... crabs, especially bracelets. Number 2, people in Britain love ... TV in their free time. Number 3, do you fancy ... in the park this Sunday? Number 4, Nick likes ... Vietnamese. Number 5, Nob hates ... at the computer for too long. Okay, now I'll give you 2 minutes to fill in the blank with the correct form of the verbs in the brackets using the knowledge that we have just learned about verbs of liking. Okay, 2 minutes starts now. Yeah, and here is our keys, our answers. Number 1, my enjoy making crafts, especially bracelets. Here with the verb make, you need to omit the letter E and then you add ing at the end. Making. Number 2, people in Britain love watching or to watch. Here we have 2 choices, verb ing or to verb. Number 3, do you fancy skateboarding in the park this Sunday? You just need to add ing at the end. And number 4, Nick likes listening. Nick likes learning or to learn Vietnamese. Here we have 2 choices as well, verb ing learning or to verb to learn. And the number 5, the last one, Nob hates sitting or to sit at the computer for too long. Here you can use a verb ing which is sitting or to verb to sit. But you need to note that, you need to double the T at the end of the verb sit, and then before you add ing at the end. Okay, that is the answers for the task number 3. Let's moving on to task number 4 of ours. Task number 4 requires to write the sentences about what you like or don't like doing in your free time, beginning with the following. Beginning with I adore ... I love ... I fancy da da. I don't mind da da. And I don't like da da. Okay, so now if you can, write sentences starting with, I adore, I love, I fancy, I don't mind, I don't like, in the way you like about yourself. So now I'll give you 2 minutes to write sentences that is right for yourself. Okay, very good. And here are sentences about myself using I adore, I love, I fancy, I don't mind, I don't like. I say, I adore playing badminton. I love jogging in the park. I fancy playing computer games. I don't mind helping you do the homework. I don't like playing football. And I detest making crepes. Yeah, those are my sentences. What about you? Yeah. I'm sure that you have your sentences for yourself about the things that you like doing or you don't like doing using the verbs of liking here in the task number 4. Now, we move on to the task number 5 to have to give you more chance to practice what we have just learned about verbs of liking into solving some mistakes. Here we have a letter sending by email by Dick to a pen friend in another country. So here in this letter sending by email, there would be 6 grammar mistakes. And our task is to find out the mistakes and then correct them into correct ones. Okay, but first let's read to the letter. Okay. Hi, my name's Doug. How are you? This is what I like to do in my free time. I often play video games or watch TV, or I go to the park and play football with my friends. I enjoy doing this very much. I sometimes help my parents too. If I have homework, I'll try to finish it first before I do anything else. But I don't like have lots of homework. I don't mind to do homework, but I have spent all evening on it. On Saturday or Sunday, I love eat out with my family. The food is delicious. What about you? That's Doug. Okay, so here we have, as I said, we have 6 grammar mistakes. Okay, now I'll give you 2 minutes to locate the mistakes. You can underline the mistakes. And then together we try to correct them into the correct one. Okay, 2 minutes, start now. Okay, and here are our mistakes. Yeah, the first one is like do. There is a problem here. Of course, with the verbs of liking followed by a gerund or to infinitive. The next one, enjoy do. Then don't like have. And don't mind to do. Hate spend. And the final one, love eat out. Yeah, you did really well in finding the mistakes here. But how can we correct them into correct one? Okay, we have 6 mistakes here. Like do, enjoy do, don't like have, don't mind to do, hate spend, and love eat. Now, like do, it needs to be like doing or like to do. Yeah, to be correct. Number 2, enjoy do become enjoy doing. Yeah. Number 3, don't like have. It needs to be don't like having or don't like to have. Number 4, don't mind to do become don't mind doing. Hate spend, it must be hate spending or hate to spend. And love eat, become love eating or love to eat. Okay, you did this really well. And that is the end of the lesson today. So here are your homework. So I want you to learn the structures about verbs of liking by heart. Then you complete the exercise number 6 on the page 10 in your textbook. And remember to prepare for the next lesson, which is Unit 1, Communication. Okay? Thank you, everyone, and goodbye.